For many Black Americans, Juneteenth is a holiday to celebrate freedom, but it's also a time to reflect and ask questions. Stay tuned. Reporter Maya Eaglin shares her own personal journey and shows us how one university is helping some discover their roots.
Growing up in Maryland, I didn't ask a lot of questions about my family history. I knew we all loved each other. Our culture was a bit of a melting pot, but we identified as Black. We had barbecues, family celebrations blasting Stevie Wonder, and summers in Louisiana with family. But now I do have a lot of questions about my ancestors. How did we end up in Louisiana? Why do we have a farm? When were we given our Creole identity?
272 people out of about 1,000 total who had been owned by Georgetown University and the Maryland Jesuits were sold all at once and all together to 3 sugar plantations in southern Louisiana to rescue Georgetown from bankruptcy.
Richard Cellini, a Georgetown alum, started the Georgetown Memory Project in 2015.
Shouldering responsibility for alma mater's role in the slave trade.
They used genealogy to identify descendants of the GU 272, and so far they've been able to find thousands.
If your family's Black or mixed race, if your family also has a connection to the Roman Catholic faith, and finally a connection to certain geographic locations, either in southern Maryland or in southern Louisiana. It's kind of amazing. Like if somebody can check 2, 3, or 4 of those boxes, suddenly you go, bing, this person is almost certainly a descendant of the GU 272.
Not too long ago, I found my own connection. Doing some research, I was able to find a slave named Harriet Eaglin, who was sent down to Louisiana at the age of 6 back in 1838. The moment I saw her name, my heart sunk.
What can you tell me about the Eaglin family?
First of all, the Eaglin name is not a common one. The Eaglins actually were a very well-known family of Black people who were enslaved by the Maryland Jesuits.
When you were saying checking off those boxes, I felt like each one in my head, my family's from Louisiana, they are historically Catholic, they are in that location that you're talking about. And it's weird to say that that's an exciting thing to hear because, you know, it's a connection to slavery, but it does bring, you know, a sense of identity back.
That family legacy is yours, and nobody can ever take it away from you.
Richard says one of the goals of linking these families to their history is to bring them one step closer to reparations.
Reparations is an acknowledgement of harm, not just in an emotional sense, but in a way that has tangible cause and loss, and returning that loss to the communities to which it was done.
Niall is student body president at Georgetown and an activist for the descendants of the GU 272. The school made headlines in 2019 when students voted for a referendum, or new measure, that would raise tuition by $27.20 to create a fund for descendants of the enslaved GU 272.
What Georgetown basically communicated is the referendum is a cute thought, but we're going to be moving forward with some of our own initiatives.
If the greater institution is unwilling to make action, what do your personal platitudes mean?
So what has Georgetown done for these descendants?
I think the only meaningful, tangible policy that's been put in place is if you are a descendant and you're applying to any of the schools, undergraduate to graduate, then you are legacy status, which is kind of just a boost in the admissions process.
Georgetown tells NBC it's established a $400,000 a year fund for community-based projects that benefit the descendant community, and also plans to educate incoming students about its history. Students at Brown, Harvard, and the University of Chicago are also pushing for reparations. And Virginia Theological Seminary has actually started giving direct payments to descendants of people enslaved at the seminary, all the way through those who worked during Jim Crow. And as for me, I'm still learning about my family history. But I have so much pride in knowing that I'm getting closer to my ancestors each day.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.